I'm sorry there, buddy, but I think you're a little late. Job's already been taken.
Oh, yeah? By who?
Me.
I want to see the owner.
Owner's not here.
Well, then I'd like to talk with the lady that I spoke to on the phone. Jeannie Halpern.
I'm Jeannie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Look, now, I know that you must be sore because I refused to come in on that interview, but I told you I had things to do.
Well, I still hope you got things to do because you're out of a job.
But you saw my resume. Where are you going to find someone with those qualifications? I mean, why should I waste my time to come in on some crazy interview?
Look, it was your choice, but I don't hire anybody until I've talked to them first.
That's fine with me. Here I am. Now ask all the questions you want.
I don't think you heard me correctly. The job has been filled.
Well, that seems awful fast to me.
Yeah? Well, who cares?
You see, Joe here walked in right after you phoned, and he was ready to start right away.
But...
Hey, look, buddy, that's enough. Now, why don't you just mosey on out of here and look somewhere else for a job, all right?
I have half a mind to report this place to the Better Business Bureau. Now, the least you could have done was to phone me and tell me not to come in. I live all the way over the other side of town.
Sorry.
What's the use?
Now, you tell me you're not glad that I was here.
Oh, I'm real glad you're here.
I am going to be so much help to you, Joe. And the sooner we find that money, the sooner you can write that confession and we can get Dennis Carrington out of jail.
I think it's obvious that Ryan did have time to argue with Alex.
Iris, were you in the sitting room when Ryan went in to see Alex?
No.
Where were you?
I was on my way to see Dr. Douglas on the 7th floor.
Did you see Ryan before he went to see Alex?
Yes. I ran into him in the reception room. He was there with Justin and Ashley.
Did you talk with him?
Yes, I did. And then Dr. Douglas joined us there.
Well, when did Ryan go in to see Alex?
As soon as Evan came. Evan was discussing new therapy techniques with me.
Where did that discussion take place? In the reception room?
No. We talked in the corridor as we were walking back towards Alex's room.
Did you go in?
No. Just as we got there, Ryan came out and told Evan he thought something was wrong with Alex.
Iris, I'm sorry to put you through this again.
It's all right. Grant, something very peculiar happened.
What?
A nurse came to the sitting room and told me Dr. Douglas wanted to see me in his office.
Well, what's peculiar about that?
When I told Evan that I had received his message and was on my way to see him, he said he hadn't sent for me.
Well, do you have any idea why the nurse might have said that?
Someone wanted me away from Alex. Someone wanted to be alone with him.
Iris.
Dr. Douglas knew I didn't like leaving Alex alone. He always came to the suite to talk to me. I should have questioned this before now.
Iris, isn't it possible that the nurse simply made a mistake?
The message was certainly clear enough. Dr. Douglas wants to see you in his office on the 7th floor. I would have been away from the suite for 15 or 20 minutes, perhaps longer. Now, Ryan knew I could hear everything that went on in Alex's room. I wouldn't have allowed him to argue with Alex about changing the will.
He didn't know about the will. Not at that time.
He knew Dennis had spoken with Alex, and he knew Alex well enough to know what Dennis meant to him. Yes, Ryan arranged for me to be in Evan's office while he was talking with Alex.
What are you insinuating, Justin?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
My uncle died of a stroke.
Agreed. Which you just happened to bring on by arguing with him.
What?
He told you he wanted to change his will, didn't he, Ryan?
You're treading on very dangerous ground, Justin.
I'm not the only one who thinks you're responsible for Alex Wheeler's stroke. Iris Wheeler believes it too, Ryan.
I know that you're both wrong. Alex was dead when I walked into that hospital room.
All right. Think about this. Assuming that this hasn't already crossed your mind. One more day. One more day. Dennis Carrington would be running World Oil instead of you.
It's time for you to leave.
Maybe I should have my own investigation into the principles and the ethics of the great Ryan Connor.
You know, I don't understand this, Justin. Why are you wasting your time and energy trying to slander me?
Because you're not going to be satisfied when you find out we're not slant drilling. That's not going to stop you. You're going to question our every move.
Yeah, you're right, I will.
I'm not going to work that way.
You know, there are plenty of other oil companies around town. Why don't you try working for one of them?
You'd really like that, wouldn't you? Forget about it. I'm staying right here at World Oil. And I'm going to manage my own division the way I want to.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, Justin.
There's one thing that you can't be sure of. You're not going to be around here too much longer. I plan to see to that personally.